us. But of course, they'd have to win first. Business Associates, they are playing with their full roster, all 5. And I think that probably gives them a slight edge here, or would you still favor EG?
I mean, they're going to be like full tryhard mode, right? Because not because, you know, they just want the record to show that they've beaten EG, right? That's that number one thing. That's the flexing right there. You know, they want to be able to show that bad boy off and, you know, just let everybody know. You know, don't need to get into details. Just we took the win tonight. That's it. We've beaten EG. We feel good, you know, and then they can maybe relax a little bit.
But these changes aren't as like wild as OG's changes. Like we saw OG perform with some stand-ins and they didn't look that good. But EG, like they've got a replacement mid, 1-for-1. They've got their coach moving into offlane. He plays enough high-level pubs. He's still in tune with the game. Like it's not like he's mechanically. It's going to be obviously less than Ramsey's, to be clear. But like it's not like a wild change, right? So I expect this to be pretty good. Like EG normally plays pretty well with stand-ins. Like if you reference CC&C maybe in that one tournament, they did pretty well. So.
Yep, I would agree. And I think EG, if you consider as well. While he does receive a lot of criticism, you got to keep in mind that Bulba, he is one of the only players in, I think, probably the game. He's played for EG, Secret, and Liquid. That's kind of wild. And you consider that he's also coached teams to major victories, not EG quite yet, but he's consistent. And I think that's the key. That's the point I'm trying to make. And you look at maybe the final matches, right? They get all the way to a grand final, and suddenly it's like, oh, maybe he's a little predictable. But the point is, it's consistent excellence, and that's why he's been such a hallmark of the scene for so long. We do have a draft underway. DP Chen, Clock, Wraith King from BA Band. Straight up targeting Bulba.
Dang, they're targeting him.
They're trying to force him into the lobas like you already mentioned, so. Whew.
And Ryoya, of course, the other stand-in for EG. He'll be playing mid up against a 9. Interesting. Ryoya is one of those players, he's bounced around the scene for a while. Never really found a foothold. He got close a few times.
Did he go off to Geek Fam as well? He went over to SEA, then they kind of booted him, and now they're a lot better.
Then ping-ponged around a bit, hasn't he? Yeah.
Like, he's a decent enough NA mid player, right? But it's hard to transition.
I have some strong opinions about Ryoya as a Dota player, which I will share with you if we do reach that $150,000 milestone. Only $2,500.
You
got to do it before the end of Game 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think one thing really important to note about this tournament for EG, though, is that if they were to lose this game, then that would mean that they're technically coming joint third. So
that's tied for last.
Yeah, well, also third, which is kind of on brand for them. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it. I'm trying to do what I can here, guys.
Sure.
It's sort of like if I can't remember the story, but it was some newspaper said there was a grand final. 2 teams played, and the home team lost. And they said that they finished, I think, they talked about the winning team is that they finished second to last. Which means they won, but they didn't want to have to break.
Trying to keep it positive there.
Yeah. Beastmaster first 2'd by BA into an immediate Eu-VODs Spirit from EG. Do we like the Enchantress? Because I feel like this hero has fallen out of favor in the meta recently.
I think it just covers you from the Beast off lane. Obviously with the boars coming in for the laning phase. Ench, if it's 5, classic EG5 hero, you can steal the boar. Even if the Beast wants to go for Necro, you can also steal that as well. So I think it's just it's one of those safe kind of answers to the first pick.
She's got a nice fluffy tail. She makes lots of cute noises. So that's going to help the team stay positive and, you know, really help them kind of stay happy during this game.
That's true. And I've heard from a lot of people. I've seen a lot of videos and photos from this quarantine, social distancing time of year. Not time of year, but I guess time in our lifetime. Cats, very similar. Dogs, pets.
Yeah.
If you've got one, I'm jealous. And hug them.
Yeah, squeeze their tails, for sure.
Indeed. I think it would work. I, of course, have no one, just myself, to keep me company. But that's okay.
One day, Carl. Don't worry, brother. Stay strong. Oh, Mirana, though. Oh.
There's been so much discussion about Mirana in the back.
You weren't here this morning.
I'm so bored of talking about Mirana.
So Hairy Freak, one of the analysts here, is a big advocate position for Mirana. He's trying to basically make it like...
Oh, God. He's been saying this even
so
backstage.
annoying.
It's
He's like buy Dagon, yours is great.
He's still talking about the Dagon?
Yeah. And then the worst thing is, right, he has the audacity to say that a Mirana in ultra late game has, like, you feel comfortable playing it, right? Like, you throw your arrow out.
Dagon build.
With any item. He's like, you throw your arrow out and it's great fun. It's like, sure, but you're playing it in like your unranked games against some like guys walking into it. It's like in a pro game, it's hard to execute.
It's one of those heroes that seems great, and you'll see a lot of like the tier 2 teams pick it up. And like simple to execute combos like SD Mirana, hey, we'll roam, we'll kill stuff. But the problem is when you then play against heroes that you can't roam on and one cleanse.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, I remember we used to play like Tide Hunter as an example because you couldn't die to the Mirana rotate, and then you play against, say, like an LC or an Abaddon, right? You don't give a damn about the arrow. You have a 6-second cooldown removal.
There's two ways that basically Mirana is irrelevant. It's either the macro, so the moving around the map, that gameplay, she doesn't like trying to deal with the split push and all that kind of movement, and then like you said, the team fight. So when you're already unable to deal with the two fundamental factors of Dota, he kind of doesn't put it into a good stead.
Did they pick Enigma into Venge?
Yeah, looks.
Yeah, so their first pick, so yeah.
Did they change Venge swap so it doesn't work on BKBs?
Still works.
Then I'm just, interesting. All right. Well, now it makes a little more sense. We saw this yesterday to great effect. Beastmaster Lycan. Talk about what's good in the patch. It feels like the ability to utilize effective net worth and XP, right? Certain heroes, even if you're behind, you're level 12. Your items, your levels mean way more than, let's say, a Weaver. Weaver could have 5k more net worth than a Lycan, but if he's hitting your building, you're gonna tickle him.
The question I have to ask here is, so Enigma, when you play him position 4, sometimes go for the Dominator if he can farm jungle quick enough. So you play off that timing. Beastmaster Lycan, we saw it yesterday with SA, they went both Necros. So are we gonna see the Zoo strat from Business Associates where they just go?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, you could get a third Necro book, right? Why not? But I think it's more likely the Enigma just goes for like maybe a Greaves pipe build, especially because you're playing against the Venge, so you're not really going to utilize the BKB black hole timing. It's more just about being strong. Crimson Guard also is quite
mainly,
nice.
Right? It's about bringing numbers to the objective. Like EG, they're going to be able to run to your backline really easily. Business, they have no way to actually defend their backlines. Sure, you have the threat of a black hole, but again, we spoke about the Venge. And then Lycan, he wants to run away. Void Spirits wants to run away finding. So I think it's going to be very easy for this Weaver to get the pickoffs he needs.
I really like this Lycan hero against Void Spirit. It feels like, in theory, not a counter, but it's, I think, more about the timing, right? Because your Lycan has HOD Necro, and the Void Spirit has a Yols or a Crystallis, and you just kind of giggle. Like, bro, I got a pack of wolves right now.
I got my homies coming after you.
What are you doing? And also, like, you know, he wants to play around the map. He wants to go and find pickoffs. You can't really do that when they're running together as 5, you know? Like, you jump on the backlines, he's going to turn around and murder your ass. So, yeah, it doesn't feel good for him.
This Gyro, though, I kind of like the way they ran. Sorry, hold up. I said this morning to Nomad, I was like, on the way, I was like, today, EG, they're going to go for the Ursa. Artur's going to get his Ursa game in.
He did.
He plays one game on stream, and then instantly there's a slight nerf, very slight nerf in the next patch. After this game, if he crushes it, more nerfs will be coming in for the Ursa.
One of the few heroes that can go toe-to-toe with the Lycan. Because you can pop ult, you just hit him in the face. Lycan can't trade with you. You can, one of the few heroes that could lane against him effectively, and I'm a bit afraid. This feels like an incredibly greedy draft from Business Associates, and no real setup for Mirana either.
It is, but it still boils down to lockdown and wave clear. EG, they don't have good wave clear, and they don't have good lockdown. So if you have that good laning phase, Weaver's running around doing whatever he wants, you get that early basher on Ursa, sure, you can play around that. But Business Associates, this Gyro covers the rest of the picks, because if you play together, he does so much damage, it's like, it's hard to really get to the backlines if you're hugging each other. You got the Necro, I think it's pretty good from Business Associates. I just like the aggression.
But then you got to remember that Arteezy does have the Alpine Stalker set on Ursa. He's going to be looking like $1 million out there, and you know, inferiority, it's the root cause of all inconsistencies.
Interesting. Is that why he gets stuck on the cliffs? That could be a case. Maybe you should talk to somebody.
No, he makes them feel inferior. That's it.
We need to, I think, bring in our casters. Real quick, though, final words. Who's going to win? Pick 3. Come on.
Business, go.
Yeah, Business Associates.
All right, you're both right. Congratulations. Do we have casters with me? I believe we are joined by Lyrical and Banana Slamma Jamma. You guys with me?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, how's it going, my man? We're here. We heard you guys talking about needing to hug each other, but social distancing is in effect. Mr. Slam Jam, how you feeling?
I'm doing great, man. Honestly, I'm ready for this event.
But I have no idea. I have no idea.
They're a bit quiet. They're a bit quiet, but I assume they're talking about how gorgeous.
I actually think Brian's analysis has never been better. Just this.
This is definitely me at my peak form for sure.
I can hear him though, so it's great.
Oh, wait, really?
Can you translate?
Okay, so Lyrical started off by saying something about hugging that we mentioned, and we shouldn't
do that.
We shouldn't hug.
So wait, are you being serious? I'm trying to host.
No, I can actually hear.
You're actually hearing.
And I'm translating. I'm not memeing. So.
Okay.
So please, again, I'll TLDR. So Lyrical, happy introduction. BSJ then kind of went, haha, and they went silent because you started wittering.
Oh, all right. So I guess it's me being the problem then. Anyway, I think the game's ready to go. So if you're ready for some NA Dota, I know I am. Hope you guys are tucked in home under a blanket, ready to watch some solid NA Dotes with some okay NA Dota casters. Lyrical and Brian, please do take it away.
Unbelievable. The host can't even throw it properly, and he's out there trying to talk some mess. Brian, I can't handle it. But he did set us up for something nice, which is a little bit of cozy Dota. It always warms my heart when I see EG playing against Fear. I don't know why, but for some reason he's playing a position 5 Enigma. It's craziness.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't name a lineup with more Helm of the Dominator or Necrobook potential builders than I've ever seen. I'm obviously talking about it in the draft, but this seems a little bit cheesy from Business Associates. You know, they have 2 stand-ins for EG. Maybe they're looking to do the whole pub strat where if the opponent's not coordinated enough, they can just mow down their building. So this is a game where I'm looking like, 10, 15 minutes in, this shit could go down. We could be seeing a lot of towers be taken, and if one fights one, suddenly Business Associates may just crush EG's base. But please don't nerf my boy Ursa. This boy only gets his time to shine very rarely. I think it was actually Matoma Man on his stream, and he was like, why is it that Ursa is irrelevant forever? And then he gets buffed to oblivion in new patches, and then they realize they made him broken AF, and then they nerf him like within a week. So if you guys are Ursa appreciators, enjoy this time while it lasts. It's precious.
And it ain't going to be around for long. It's real sad, but it's the truth. I think it's especially to me, I thought that like the nullifier change and the fact that you can't force staff people anymore, it was just going to be like Ursa's time to shine. But then he, got nerfed a little bit. We'll see if it works. I'm excited to see it. Also want to mention real quickly is it's already just a tri-lane versus tri-lane, tri-lane versus dual lane down here. Breck started already with the Ring of Tarask and then just the one Tango shared into him. I mean, I know that this item's been getting good, but these little weird things like that look kind of cool. We'll see if it keeps him alive here as they're just punching him, but looks like he'll be okay. What do you think about that? Is this item all it's cracked up to be?
I think the fact that you can afford it this early on in the game for any hero that has decent stats like movement speed, armor, like base damage, can make really good use of it. Some heroes in the game, if they have 48 base damage, they're never buying Ring of Tarask to start the game. But Beastmaster does have that high starting damage, as well as decent laning mechanics other than that. So he should be able to sustain really well with this item. And the fact that you can afford it in the first 6, if they might just come out with a patch where it turns into 605 gold or something. What if they made it 601 gold? So nobody else would be able to buy it at the start of the game. That they might end up doing that if that becomes too popular.
That would be a really weird, super specific nerf, but I like it. Adding something just 1 extra gold onto the cost of something so you can't buy it at the start would be pretty nifty. So as far as the sort of whole way that we're thinking about this game, you're on the fence of feeling like you got to push early as Business Associates, take down those towers, just pressure. How does this Mirana fit in with it? The panel was talking about it. I feel like he's just running around arrowing creeps every now and then.
Yeah, he's kind of just the follow-up stun, I think, with the Beastmaster Roar. We do have an engagement in the bottom lane. Committing on to crit, first blood will be happening. Just stun or rocket into the what's that? Malefus, man. You never see these abilities anymore. Meanwhile, Brax is also getting dove top, and Moose is actually forced to TP away. But okay, good juke, good sidestep. What I was going to say about the Mirana is he's basically just a follow-up stun to the Beastmaster Roar. And it's also a nice setup on a lineup that has lack of mobility. The Mirana ulti giving you the invis to get nice initiation without blink daggers, as well as the movement speed to close the gap on some of these heroes. So I think it's just kind of an all-around utility hero that it doesn't ever do anything amazing, something specific, but it does a little bit of everything for your lineup. And when it comes to what I see in this draft is that EG has a lot of kill threat on their heroes. Void Spirit, the Ursa Warrior, all these heroes do a ton of damage to single targets. So Business Associates won't be really able to split up and farm. So that means that they're going to have to group up and take buildings. But then at the same time, EG doesn't really have that great a team fight. So they are kind of vulnerable to just getting ran over if they fall behind by a slight margin, or maybe they get a Roche on the side of Business Associates. So this game's going to be all about EG trying to force Business Associates to separate, pick them off when they're trying to be efficient, And if they manage to get that small lead on Business Associates, I'll heavily favor them with this greedy draft that also comes online really fast.
Okay, sounds good. I think that I might have fixed my microphone there. I was having some issues with it, but it sounds like it's a little bit better now. So thanks for carrying us through that, Mr. BSJ. You're the true hero here.
I gotta carry sometime, you know.
You do it all the time. Don't sell yourself short. You're a god. Let's see. Brax here gonna take a couple more punches from Mr. Artur, who has rotated all the way up towards the top side. Needs one more punch, but it's not gonna be there as the boar stops the bleeding coming that direction. But Brax is gonna lose another one of those. So far, looking okay for him. 15-5. Now that he's in this matchup against Brax, feels like slightly better. As long as he doesn't die underneath the tower, he just eats the trees and then runs through. It's fine.
Yeah, he managed to refresh the Fury Swipe stacks from the previous aggression on our Teasy, so those last hits were hitting real hard. And that early buff to Fury Swipes almost makes it what it used to be in terms of like a decent laning ability. You know, you had to level it in the past, like the recent past, because otherwise you do literally no damage. But now it's a respectable amount of damage. After the nerf, it's obviously a bit less, but before the nerf, it was effectively giving him his level 1 ultimate on his Fury Swipes at all times. Like, that's what they basically gave him, because his ultimate obviously used to give him the damage. So it was a pretty significant buff, and these like early kills that you see like on this Beastmaster here, they never happened last patch. That just wasn't ever occurring because Ursa needed like level 5 or 7 in terms of 3 or 4 points in the Fury Swipes to actually do any amount of damage.
What are they saying?
Trash talking this Ring of Tarask. I think he's like basically saying, "Nice sustain, bro. I just for like 200 a hit after I stack up those Fury Swipes on you."
Well, that's pretty good. You need a little bit of casual trash talk here and there in competitive Dota, particularly in the NA region. It's the only way to do it. Dude, honestly, like seeing so many of just like the consistent use of headdress and these Ring of Tarask, it just feels like unless you get that burst damage, trading doesn't even matter anymore. It's so weird. I don't know how you feel about it right now, but headdress seems really good to me.
You gotta love it. I have some nice background noise here, so. Somebody has decided to blow some leaves outside my window, but
perfect.
Perfect timing. Even though they haven't been doing this all day, oh my god, this is so funny. They are committing onto Brax top, but just a large trade, a lot of back and forth hitting. And meanwhile, bottom Enigma does go down. Okay, so a lot of kills happening so far for a game. I know it's only 4, but I did not think there was going to be much going on this game based on the Business Associates lineup. I thought they were going to be playing incredibly passive. But yeah, when it comes to sustaining in lane, I think heroes like Ursa got buffed even more, because when I've been playing these like harass heavy offlaners, I'm playing against, a Spectre with 5 base HP regen and a Chin with a headdress. And I'm just like, well, this guy regenerates for 8 regen a second. I don't think I can ever harass this. So I think kill heroes have gone up a lot in value this patch specifically because of all these regen items. The Ring of Tarask even coming into play, but the headdress being the most notable one.
Yeah. No, it's nice. I like it a lot. I mean, I don't like playing against it because it just means that the laning stage becomes much more boring, but it feels like they're finding some kills here by virtue of that Ursa, making things happen. And Moo gonna take some extra damage by virtue of Bulba. Fear's over there, gonna commit on to crit a little bit. But it looks like they're not really gonna be able to do anything because Gyrocopter is the big bad man in this lane and able to force them back yet again down bottom. Over on the other side of the map, though, we got 9 a little bit out of position there. Oh, not quite able to get the Aether Remnant on that one. As Fly did take back over that Helm of the Dominator creep. He just gets gobbled up by 9 and now starting to eat into another one. Needs to run away from the bear. So kind of insane early start to this little battle as Morant gets the leak up to the high ground and is able to get away from Ryoya.
Yeah, I think with a bit better coordination, EG could have punished that, but they had the ward on the high ground that saw that rotation initially. They do get a trade 1-for-1 on the supports there. And meanwhile, bottom, never take your eyes off bottom. I got to keep my eyes on a swivel here. Yeah, just kills on the supports pretty much happening all over the map. But in terms of the net worth, it seems to be favoring Business Associates over time and time again with this early game bunch of heroes that kind of just naturally farm. I think that's really the story of their lineup. Lycan with the summons, even Enigma just getting denies. Gyro should have a perfectly fine laning stage. all these things coming into play. As long as there's not too many kills happening, I think EG will just slowly but surely fall behind.
Okay. We'll see if they can make it happen, if they can make those kills happen, and where they set up from. I mean, the thing that's sort of weird about it, right, is that there isn't really that many great heroes for doing it. Like, in a way, Venge, Stun, if you can run somebody down, could be decent. Royoya seems to be the main one who's going to be able to set up these kills. That added range with the buff to Venge means that they are able to set up for the kill onto 9. So nice pickup there. And top lane?
How do they ever turn these into towers is my concern. Even if they kill them, like...
Oh, Arteezy, enrage, run away, getting out of there, and he's gonna escape. He actually turns to go back in on them now. See if you can find this finish onto Brax. They have the Hawk up above, so he sees them the entire time. Stun comes out, still have a couple more stacks of the overpower, needs one more punch from the Ursa to be able to find that finish. As 9 is also in the area, he's gonna go into the wolf form. See if he can clean up the rest of these heroes, wraps around onto crit, will find that kill. Brax in the meantime turns on to fly and is able to live just barely. The Venge illusion is going in to try and kill off Brax, but it's not gonna be there. So
yeah, bring it your ass health, man.
Hey, well done.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well, maximum insanity, it feels like, in these early goings. 11 kills in 9 minutes. For a little bit of a slow start, but so far it feels like the big winner is 9, who's top of the net worth, currently has the Helm of the Dominator, almost has that first Necrobook level 1, as Fear is just going to get killed off by the Ursa yet again. And, well, trade-off of the outpost. It looks like they might be able to get both of them on Business Associates. Good start for them here.
Yeah, the lack of wave clear, I think, really is going to be the story for EG here. They're going to have a hard time ever getting on Business Associates half of the map in terms of get the outposts. It comes to like pushing towers. If I'm the Ursa player right now, I'm thinking I could easily have 15 kills this game and not win. You just got to be real careful about ever losing that bit of momentum that EG's gathered recently. But Bulba going to go down to the bottom lane, most likely to Aurora, not able to get that time lapse off. Ryoya tried to help him out, but just a bit too late there.
You know, sometimes you just walk into a roar, and if you're Bulba, it happens maybe more often than not. But they take down the Weaver and going to push this tower afterwards. This is what you guys are talking about. We'll see if EG are going to be able to get one of their own, as they're already pressuring with this Enchantress and the Ursa. But there's people rotating to defend against this, and Fear has Black Hole available. They break the smoke as it makes the rotation over, and it looks like they're not going to be able to find Artur unless 9? Chasing forward with the ult. He's getting body blocked by his creeps. Body blocked afterwards. Not going to be there in time. And they are going to be able to stop the pressure coming in. Fly might end up losing his life, but Arteezy gets out. You feel kind of okay with that.
Yeah, and they're pressuring mid during this whole time on EG. So they're perfectly fine losing a support. Because I've said their problem in this game is that they lack tower clear. And if they're tower push, and if they're able to do that this early, that's really good for them.
Okay. Well, Fear moving forward again, trying to keep back the Ursa. The rotation is coming in. EG draw the line of where they want to go, where they want to try and pressure back. Got to be careful. Black Hole's available. Call down 15 seconds away. And it does not look like they're willing to go in as of yet. Now Bulba initiates the swap back in, pulls on to 9. Stun is there. He doesn't have shapeshift. This is just a dead light, and great movement by EG.
Yeah, surprisingly crisp with a stand-in as well as their coach, who there's a reason why he's their coach, you know, so they're doing a good job here. This was my concern, is if they were going to be able to like coordinatedly like shut down these pushes, but even then it feels like they're playing really well. They are down 8 to 7 in kills and 2,000 in net worth.
Right.
So maybe that kind of speaks heaps and bounds about like how much easier the ease of execution is for Business Associates this game.
Yeah, the draft, it feels like it kind of plays itself for Business Associates, and EG are doing the best they can to mitigate that, but there still is this impending doom of like the giant push into a lane. And speaking of which, it looks like that could be happening right now. Bulba again moves forward, won't get roared this time, but they have a ton of heroes around for Business Associates. Still Black Hole yet to be cast.
They just have to not let EG kill anyone at the very start of the fight, because Business Associates have so much poke, they have so many summons to chew through, that as long as they're getting kited on the side of EG, like Business Associates will win the fight. Looks like they're going to initiate.
Jump right at the start, swap out, keep him alive, still stunned for long duration. Raya gets the astral step away. The wolves are chasing him, seeing if he can get out of there. In the meantime, Black Hole dropped onto Arteezy, not doing enough damage, and Fear, in fact, is going to fall because of it. But now they need to jump out, trees, hiding. All right, Arteezy's now stuck in the woods. I think that's okay for him that time because it's actually good to keep him from dying to Moo. Fly runs away again. A couple more rounds of that flat cannon isn't going to be enough to kill him off. They're keeping the tier 1 tower alive. Again, a good defense, and Business Associates are going to be rebuffed with Black Hole used. Oh, don't die to Necros, though. That's not good.
Yeah, those Necros are worth nothing anymore, you know. That was the whole buff, making them worth half as much level 1. So you do have to pretty much kill them, but only getting the 50 gold as opposed to the 100.
Oh, no, Bulba.
You know, he's like, that's worth it. I got the Necro book.
The power of Moonlight Shadow of not having sentries. Fly's going to die. And suddenly they're right back at him. So the charge only stops for a moment. Brax just running under the tower, trying to punch Crit in the face. He's going to live through it. And the chase forward for more. Moo. It's the Starfall onto several. Teasy is in the middle of nowhere. Pops the enrage, wants to turn and kill off this gyrocopter, but he realizes it's not going to be enough and has to run the heck out of there. The arrow off the mark. And the pressure continuing to come from Business Associates as the panel was talking about it. It ain't social distancing. They're just hugging each other.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Arteezy has this Mask of Madness, which that's minus armor against a ridiculously heavy physical damage lineup. You have the Lycan, the Beastmaster, even Enigma's pretty good at physical damage. I thought they might try to sneak Roche with this. This is kind of the play of why I would build Mask of Madness if I were the Ursa here. So definitely really good if they can shut this down from Business Associates, because if Business Associates takes map control, this is almost like a denial Aegis, right? Because they would 100% be able to mow it down, and it's going to go down. That buff up the Fury swipes really does increase that speed drastically. I haven't been able to see Ursas take Roche this early, that fast, before this patch, so you used to have to pop your ultimate.
It doesn't matter that you don't have to pop the ultimate anymore, it's just as good without having to do that?
Yeah, I mean, your Fury swipes just do so much more damage now.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, Moo found Astral Step in, arrow going to connect. It's a nice catch there onto the Void Spirit. It's not enough to keep alive the gyrocopter, though. They will eventually end up losing that Enchantress, and Moo running in now with Brax nearby. They have Roar available if they need to use it. Looking for the follow-up, roar up that Ursa. Still no extra damage into all of them as of yet. There's no buyback available for the gyrocopter, so you can't get into this fight. Bulba dies again, as Crit is also going to hit the dirt. So 3 dead already, only the Void Spirit and the Ursa left as they turn to fight, burn through that Aegis, still have that Venge Illusion, but with 9 fully surrounding him, arrow coming in at the right timing. That's going to be a dead Arteezy, and maybe Royer as well, unless he's able to get out of here. Throws out that Astral Step, turns to try and find that kill into 9. It's not going to be there, though. Not quite enough. Enchant, Chase, not going to be there either. 9 is just living. 200 HP. They kill off the Enchantress again. That was like a 5 for 2 or something crazy. And Business Associates, they're making it happen. 4,000 gold lead now.
I don't know about this EG draft, man. Like, they have so much damage on Business Associates, and all their cores just went damage on EG. They have a Crystallis on the Weaver, Crystallis on the Void Spirit. Like, if I'm Ursa, I'm just going to get hit, you know? And that's exactly what happened to him in that fight. As long as he's not in his ultimate with the damage reduction, he just kind of goes down. Like, to random summons and so much damage coming out from the Business Associates lineup. So I was surprised they didn't itemize like any armor or like, you know, a medallion of Vlad's. Maybe consider a Crimson Guard against all these summons, but they've just elected to go all out damage. So, you know, we'll see if it works out for him. It seems like a nice 2K pub strat. Don't know if it'll work here though. They do have the Hawk, Scout Out, Fly, end up using the wall.
God.
Might as well secure the kill. Ags up on the gyro. He's farmed.
They don't even have like a casual buckler or something. Like any of those little items. It's just all headdresses, regen, and damage, like you're talking about. And now Business Associates are fully ready to take advantage of that, as you've got a billion freaking units running down the bottom lane, ready to hit a tower. And I mean, that magic missile ain't doing enough right now. It will get a nice little creep there with Royoya, but the tier 3 tower is already down. Arrow? Not on the mark.
Yeah, I don't think EG looked closely enough at Business Associates draft this game, because where's your wave clear? You know, where's the Maelstroms, the potential Radiances, or, you know, whatever to to be able to clear these summons. Like, even though they end up killing most of them, by the time they're dead, they lose their tier 3. And that's only like Necro Book 2s. You know, that's not even the Book 3s yet.
Was it a last pick Weaver? Am I remembering that right?
It was last pick Ursa.
Last pick Ursa. Okay, yeah. It's sort of weird. I was wondering, like, because it felt like that to me, that this normally would be a hero like maybe an Underlord, you know, or something else like that, where you can just throw out stuff onto waves, and he's not really providing that for them in this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fly goes down again.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to roar that time. Just had to use the slow from the boar to set up for the, I believe the arrow from Mirana there.
And they got Aghanims on Gyrocopter now. You've got BKB coming out for him soon. The Necro books are going to be online in just a few. And things are looking rather rough as they're going to chase down Arteezy yet again. Summon the Hawk, trying to get that vision. Boar up as well. They can collapse on him here. It'd be nice, but it looks like they're not going to chase it. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Take down the tier 2 tower.
Oh, 9 gets some nice lane D wards bottom, and he's also looking to just threaten these towers over and over again. Both mid and bottom being pushed in, so EG forced the TP, looking to go on him, but he just ults away. Should he be fine? I think so. Yes, not enough stuff. Oh, God, Arteezy.
Yeah, they're just going to turn it back around and run at him, and there is not a whole lot you can do around this. Regalia tries to turn around Black Hole onto the bench just for spite. Keep it around a little bit longer to take down that illusion. A triple kill for 9. And holy hell, they are getting stomped. GG.
Yep. This is what I said. You know, the game's going to end real fast if they win like 1 or 2 small skirmishes. And, you know, we can put this blame on Arteezy. He sees this lineup with like a bajillion summons, and he said, "Give me Ursa, man. I got this. Give me Ursa going in." And they